The sequence of play for Great Marches of the American Revolution is split up into 6 different steps. The first step is the weather determination. Second step is the supply check, which is only on AM turns. Then you have the wing initiative roll, and then you go into the phasing player, and then go to step 5 where it goes back to steps 3 and 4 over and over again until all wings from both sides have been active and taken their activation. Then you go to the end phase, which is different depending on whether it is an AM turn or a PM turn. The first part of the sequence of play that we're going to cover in this video is the weather determination. So weather in Great Marches of the American Revolution will always be determined in the same way, and that is by the sum of 2d6. So you'll roll 2d6, add those together to get your sum, and then it will give you a result based on the historical campaign that you are simulating. So you'll see on the right side here the 3 campaigns within the first box that is set to be published and the different results that you'll get from the die rolls that you have in each one of those. Weather is determined at the beginning of both the AM and the PM turn, so weather can change throughout the day, and based on the campaign you were playing, those results will be different. So as you can see in Washington's March on Trenton, a 2 to 6 is a clear day, but in Howe's March on Philadelphia, a 2 to 7 would be a clear day. So it is going to change depending on the campaign that you are playing, even though how you determine it is not going to change. The different outcomes across all titles is clear weather. Every single campaign will have clear weather. That has no impact on the game whatsoever. Then you have heat/hot days. Hot days will always cause your units to get double fatigue for the actions that they perform. Then you have light rain turns, which so far all campaigns have a light rain turn. Light rain simply means that you are going to have no combat in that turn. So movement is not impacted at all. It only impacts whether or not you can have combat. There is one small way that you can get around that, and that is by conducting skirmishes. You still can conduct a skirmish, and if the result of the skirmish roll allows for combat, then combat can happen, but the chances of that are very low. If you have 2 light rain turns or consecutive light rain turns, it results in heavy rain. Heavy rain, all action stops, and you proceed to the next turn. Whether it is an AM or PM turn, every unit on the board will recover fatigue for sitting still, and you proceed to the next turn. The chances of that happening are also not very high, but there are some times I've had a couple playthroughs where we had 2 or 3 heavy rain turns in a row because we kept rolling for light rain, and as long as there was a rain turn previously and it is a consecutive rain turn, you end up with heavy rain. The next one, and you only see this in the Trenton campaign so far, is snow. Snow is a -1 movement point for all wing movement point rolls. So we'll go over wing movement rolls here in a little bit when we get to that part of the sequence of play. Most of the time movement is only impacted unit by unit, but in that campaign, if there is snow on the ground, everybody is impacted, not just unit by unit. Similar to light rain turns, if you have back-to-back snow turns, it ends up with a freeze, and on a freeze you still continue with that -1 movement point for all wing rolls, and then you also cannot cross any waterways that are on the map. So that's a quick introduction to weather. We will move on to the next part of the sequence of play where we really start to get into how the system works, and that will be in the next video. Thanks for watching.